So many of you know I don't tend to show up on social media very often, at least not me, myself, and I. I don't share a lot of personal information. I use it as a platform to try to spread information that I think is really important for people to see. I view it almost like a bulletin board if there are cool events that are happening and I want to spread the word, or of course foster dogs and getting the word out about dogs that need to be adopted or fostering opportunities. But I don't really show up and share much of myself. But I have to be honest, if I'm being honest, one of the traits that I admire the most in people is vulnerability. And I'm kind of being hypocritical by not showing up in this space in my own vulnerability, because I think right now more than ever we need to be reminded that we are people, we are individuals, we have beliefs, we have experiences, we have all of these things, and yet we're all hiding behind so much vitriol, and there's so much stereotyping, and there's so much hate, and there's all of it. And I can't help but think that much of it stems from not having personal connections with one another. And so I'm not gonna lie, I have been having a really hard time the last couple of days with what's happening in LA. And I know what the right is saying, these insurrectionists. I don't understand how, when a fabricated ICE operation, with the intent of disturbing the peace, for lack of a better word, and creating this environment where, of course, people are going to show up and protect their community members. You created this, and yet there's so much anger towards the people who are angry and lashing out. This whole thing could have been avoided. There is no reason that our immigrant communities should be attacked in the way that's presently happening, all to meet daily quotas. The whole idea of rounding up criminals is complete bullshit. The idea of, well, they're here illegally. If you knew, which you don't, people who use this, they don't understand that the legal pathways to citizenship and to legal residency in our country are completely broken. And it takes 30 years of waiting on the waiting list if you're a Mexican that wants to migrate here legally. So shut the fuck up is all I can say to that. My heart is heavy. There's not any other way to describe it. I feel like I can't not be silent anymore. I need to show up. I need to express my opinions as this is me, this is what I believe, because I can't keep living like this where I'm just kind of hiding, if you will, behind, my social media presence. The Katie of, the past has some perfectionist tendencies that I'm trying to work through. And one of those is how I show up. And so I'll be the first to admit that it's really out of my comfort zone to be here and not be editing and not be wordsmithing and to really just speak from my heart. But you're going to see more of me in this platform. You're going to see more of me showing up just like this without any sort of editing or fine tuning or any sort of attempt at, making sure that I come across the way I want to. It's so important now that we express our frustration, we express our anger, and that we're critical of the news sources that we're following. I mean, there is so much misinformation and propaganda, and I know that my friends who have fallen for that, it's really hard to help them see that that's exactly what it is. But there is so much misinformation, and it just breaks my heart that we are in such a stage of distrust in traditional media that the alternative is to believe these conspiracy theories and this hatred and these lies that they're telling you about how they're making our country safer. It's bullshit. You need to be critical with where you're getting your news sources from. And I know a lot of you are, but I know that some of you are not. Many of you are not. And if it makes you feel angry and hate, just think to yourself, maybe this is a marketing ploy that they're trying to use on me. They're trying to manipulate me to think this way and to believe these things. They are harnessing the anger and placing it on the others, if we will. All, you know, it's a power grab, and it's a way to kind of ensure that they have that power and maintain that power. So I am profoundly saddened and angry, and I want to apologize to all of the families and the friends and you know, just everyone who has been negatively impacted as an act of these illegal ICE detentions and the atrocities that are taking place. Lo siento mucho. Ustedes merecen mejor que eso, y al final de todo, como ustedes son parte de nuestra comunidad, tienen valor, es parte de la experiencia americana de vivir aquí, y por eso siento muy enojada y también frustrada y también triste por todo lo que está pasando en este país ahorita. Que Dios les bendiga. Espero que algo puede cambiar para que eso se termine ya. Para que se termine. Ya no nos aguantamos más.